competition for Creighton. The last was in 2016. Creighton in their visiting blue uniforms. Perfect first contact and out of the back row. Nice dig by Jillian Grimes, the libero. And Merzik with her first swing. And that ball rightfully called down on the floor. Number 9 in white, Merzik, the senior, actually in her graduate year, the transfer from Michigan with the opening kill.
And no surprise here, Paul, as we see Penn State starting the rotation with Jess Merzik in left front, Creighton starting with Nora Sis in left front. They're looking to get the absolute most out of those attackers in their first 3 rotations. This
is backcourt specialist Jocelyn Nathan, who's now starting 9 out of the last 10 matches. Ava Martin, a couple of balls out of the backcourt. Maybe we'll have another defensive battle like we had. Nice dig. This is really an important factor, and we'll talk about it in a moment. Slowing down Kendra Wade at the offensive end. Kill off the left side by number 2, Nora Sis, out of Papillion, Nebraska.
And Paul, to your point, keep an eye on Kendra Wade, the setter for Creighton, and how offensive she can be. Leading up to this match, she was 22 of 29 offensively, taking second contact. That time she goes for it early to get in Penn State's mind, and they defend the first one. That's huge.
Wade will go back to serve for the first time. 2-time reigning player of the year in the Big East Conference, as well as setter of the year. Speaking of another hot hand, Taylor Trammell, 6'2" graduate out of Lexington, Kentucky, the transfer from Purdue, 9 of 17 in the win over Marquette.
And she was a good piece of complementary offense for them. She had 9 kills of her own that night.
There is Grimes working on Sis. Right side to Jaya Johnson, dug by Nathan. Speaking of the defensive battle earlier today in Lincoln, Nebraska, what a display of gritty defense by both teams, but particularly the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That ball just over the end line. Good eye in the backcourt by the defenders, Grimes and Nathan.
Right shot, just inches long.
Penn State is currently 19-0 in this building this season, including a win late in the year over Nebraska. Mendelson with a block touch over the top, dug by Grimes. On target, transition swing. How about complimentary players and Caroline Jeravicius, number 14 in white, with the kill. Katie Schumacher, colleague, in her 3rd year back at her alma mater, Big Ten Coach of the Year, won a national championship for the Nittany Lions, their first back in 1999. In the battle of her life, for her life, announced that she was diagnosed with breast cancer back in September, has undergone several rounds of chemotherapy, and will have further treatment after the season is over and after the first of the year. We wish her all the very best. Here is Nora Sis, 2022 Big East Player of the Year. Nice save by Izzy Stark. On top of the net. Net violation. That's going to be nullified by a net violation. Merzik, no complaint on the call. There is Kirsten Bernthal-Booth, Big East Coach of the Year, 3 times National Coach of the Year, and 11 straight Big East regular season titles. 13th consecutive NCAA championship appearance for Creighton. Have never been to the national semifinals and are not an underdog in this match. Right side Johnson. Good block touch by Merzik. Right side to Sis, over the top of the block, no touch, out of bounds.
Paul, Jess Merzik is a very good left side blocker. That is a luxury for Penn State to be able to afford to be late to close to her left. Mendelson knows that she has Jess Merzik there diving into that seam. That really saved them.
Missy, we've seen an awful lot of back row attacking out of Kendra Wade and Creighton. Are you surprised so much early?
The passing has been a little shaky, and I think Kendra Wade...
Nothing shaky about that.
Nothing
These are in reception. Ava Martin
is such a wise setter. She knows what the best option is, trying to give her hitters good looks. And the pass is off the net. She is not afraid to use her backcourt, but when the pass is on, they become quite dangerous.
Nani Vilanovic, very familiar to this rowdy Penn State Rec Hall crowd. She played 103 matches here for the Nittany Lions. Very good deep court set. That is awesome out-of-system volleyball by Izzy Stark and Merzik.
These outsides will take so many swings, Paul, that their ability to manage out-of-system swings, and that means to put pressure on the opponent. They've got to be high efficiency out-of-system, but they still have to be able to pressure their opponent.
service ace by Merzick. Mentioned before first serve how number 9 had done it in reception, done it from the service line, and very, very good in middle back defense.
We've already seen some important block touches from her. She is the anchor of this Penn State team. She will not come off the floor, Coach told us.
That ball goes just out of bounds. Izzy Stark, keep an eye on number 21. The 6'1 freshman out of Vieira, Florida, has had a really tremendous opening season in the Big Ten for Penn State. She was freshman of the year in the conference. Best 3 out of 5 sets just underway. Another very good set out of system, and a rare miss by number 8, Cameron Hanna.
It's long, but Paul, I'll tell you what I like about the play of Cameron Hanna over the course of this tournament is that it's been aggressive. She's been aggressive from the start, and she's stayed aggressive throughout the match. I hope she does so.
There's Sydney Breisinger on to serve and play defense out of Cincinnati. Another very good set, well off the net, and that ball is blocked. Elise Getzinger along with Kendra Wade. Getzinger in the middle, a national champion at Kentucky some years ago before moving over to play for the Blue Jays. 3-0 run for Creighton. Working on Merzick. Dug by Vilanovic. Right back at you by Nathan. This looks a lot like Lincoln, Nebraska earlier today. It is very hard to put the ball to the floor. Ava Faldudo wearing number 2 in white with a sprawling save.
Couple errors early from Cameron Hanna, and it doesn't phase her. Comes through with the high, hard swing.
24 of 42. She's 48 of 85 so far in the tournament, hitting just under 500. There is Quinn Menger out of Virginia, and a service ace down the line.
Does such a nice job of making the passer pass off body. Gets her sliding to her right. The result is an ace, and so far, shaky passing on both sides of the net here early, Paul.
26 aces now for Menger. Vilanovic, what a nice delivery. Good block by Trammell. Mishandled. Tapped down by Penn State.
Every point is so incredibly important, as you mentioned. The margins are small, Paul, and Creighton would certainly like to have that one back. You can't afford to give away points.
Heavy snowstorms in this particular area. Got word that several roads leading into University Park had been closed. Getzinger off the edge of the block. Crowd starting to fill in, but it is certainly impacted as the information staff from Penn State telling us in a match like this, or a match like for Nebraska, people would come in from 3 or 4 hours away.
Yeah.
That's a tough one tonight. There's Martin. And that ball drifts long.
Martin is
Coming at the net, and it will be 4 contacts. Creighton rolling a little bit in the beginning of the third. Timeout called by Penn State. The Creighton Blue Jays and the Penn State Nittany Lions, but just is nails in reception, number 8 in blue. Penn State's got to think about that. They might want to get off her. They're really good in reception. There is Nora assist. 6 kills on 20 swings, 6 errors. Very nice set, long range. Caroline Jaravicious, magnificent set by the freshman of the year in the Big Ten Conference.
heavy swing that time from Jaravicious. Just powers it through the block. Look at Jess Merzick hanging in there in serve receive. She does so much for this team. And the push, falling to the floor, the push behind Izzy Stark. What a bright career she's going to have.
Jaya Johnson, good read by Nathan. Really good read. Hole in the block, thrown into the middle, weight all over that. Vilanovic, Martin. Off the hands of the block once again. And a change here. Jordan Hopp, the 6'2 graduate from Alliance, Nebraska, played previously at Iowa State, on the floor now for the Nittany Lions.
And what was it you said, Paul? Ava Martin took to it like a fish in water.
Loves the block, hit high seams. There is Jordan Hopp, played sparingly so far, the 6'2 graduate student, hit .325 last year at Iowa State. On now for Maggie Mendelson. Creighton has never been to the national semifinals. Merzick. Vilanovic is nails in the left back. Oh, good block by Penn State. A little bit lucky. That was a good high swing, and Penn State really needed that rejection.
Hop making the most of her opportunity to impact this match, and no surprise she's alongside Jess Merzick. Solid left side block.
There is Ava Faldudo, averages 2.3 digs per set. Playing part-time. Look at that dig. Smart shot. Good read that time by Sis. Martin again. Right side to Johnson. Oh, frequent flyer miles. Martin calling for it. Go to the hot hand. Good read by Merzick. Martin again. Watch the tip. Martin. No touch.
Could that be the moment?
Oh, just served out of bounds by Faldudo.
Penn State needed a turning point.
Preisinger will come back on. Jaya Johnson will head to the sideline. All freshman team out of the Big East.
Cam Hanna checks back in the back court as an option here offensively.
Working on Merzick again. Merzick, no approach, having to go high flat. Vilanovic right on target. What a good read. Fantastic read by Faldudo. And then thrown down. An offensive battle between the setters.
I like the aggressive play from Izzy Stark. Kendra Waite not able to get it to the floor, and the freshman says, let me show you how it's done. Look at the throw with authority.
Well, we talked to Katie Schumacher-Colley yesterday. She was very concerned about Kendra Waite and all of those quote-unquote easy kills. Penn State's taking care of that. The block is my friend, says Ava Martin.
Went for it high flat in that incredibly long and exciting rally that we had moments ago. That time she turns it off the edge.
Martin now with 12 kills on 30 swings. An error as an attacker in college volleyball or volleyball, you get hit a ball out of bounds or you get blocked. Ace serve for Creighton.
Creighton already had 5 aces in this one without an ace from Ava Martin. Now she puts one on the board.
56 so far this year. The lead is 17-12, make it 17-13. Very impressive turnaround by Creighton. 32-2, they've won 25 in a row, 11 straight Big East regular season titles. Lost the opening set a long time ago, 25-15. There is Menger once again taking her time. Good pass. Getzinger missed it down the line. Heavy, but wide.
Taking a look at Getzinger's numbers now, 4 kills on 9 attempts, but 3 errors to go along with it, only 111.
Not good for a middle attacker. You've got to be at least over 300 in terms of efficiency. Look at the serve receive, that going deep. Out of system here, looking at Sis. Watch the tip again. Teams are battling so hard. A little miscommunication that time. Unlucky for Penn State between Trammell and Hanna. Very, very close indeed. Coach Schumacher-Colley is thinking about challenging. You know, we've been talking a lot about the littles. And if you watch volleyball in the Olympics, you don't see the littles because you're only allowed 6 total substitutions. Women's college volleyball, you're allowed 15. So strategically, it's a very, very different part of the game.
But because Louisville runs a 6-2 and does so much subbing, they actually ran out of subs.
Getzinger. Miscue out of the middle by Penn State. And the lead is back up to 3. Once again, Creighton trailing 2-1. Must win in order to extend the match to a 5th set. Their only 2 losses were in 5 to both Nebraska and Louisville. Here's Vilanovic against her old teammate Jillian Grimes. Service ace, and the lead is 4. Timeout missing?
I don't think quite yet. No, you're right. You're right.
I'm wrong on the challenges. I'm right on the timeouts. Timeout called.
Smothered by Taylor Trammell.
3rd block for Trammell, and that ball missed out of bounds. Back and forth, the ebb and flow. 21-17, but as you so rightly pointed out, remember, in the previous set, Creighton led 12-6 as Olivia Hausman comes on to serve. Jaravicius hitting on the left side. This is rotation 1. Not yet. Ball was close to being on the floor. Kendra Wade, aggressive on the setting position.
Penn State making them fight for every point. Look at this effort. Incredible. And then while they're scrambling, that's when Kendra Wade goes to the 2nd ball over.
Good pass by Hannah, and a nice response by Jaravicius. 22-18.
Double digits. Make it 10 now of 21.
Cameron Hannah has 8 of 27. Merzick leading the way. Martin with 15. She and Nora Sis combined for 30, 15 each the other night in the win over Texas. Martin out of the back row is blocked. Creighton does have a timeout left. Kendra Wade is in the front court. The Penn State block must be aware on a tight pass. Oh, served out of bounds. Just missed by Hannah. Penn State leading 2-1. Nathan is back on along with Jillian Grimes in reception for Penn State. Merzick is there as well. 2 points away from a 5th set tiebreaker. Where does Wade go? Off the hands. Reinhardt with a kill. Set points now for Creighton, and they've got 5 of them.
Vilanovic does a nice job on the free ball, and I like the fact that Trammell backed her up, made her play that ball on the inline. It gave the defense a chance to set up.
Set point. Good pass. Trammell right back at you. Oh, talking a little trash. She's going to hear about it from the official. She gets off the court as fast as possible. The second referee, Bill Stanley, was trying to chase her down. She got the heck out of Dodge.
And Katie Schumacher-Colley just with a smile back at Taylor Trammell. Set
point number 2. Good pass by Martin. Right side, one-on-one. And we're going to play 5. This match, 10-5 is the advantage. Oh, nice pass by Vilanovic. Menger, first contact. Two-handed slam. Dunk by Stark.
Again, the offense not there. Sis has to send a tip over. The dig right on top of Izzy Stark, and you're looking at a very likely candidate for Freshman of the Year.
Penn State, this iconic, legendary ace serve. Three points away. 7 times a national champion. Won 4 in a row from 2007 to 2010. Creighton has never been to the national semifinals. This would be the 14th for Penn State. Getzinger again. Getzinger 8 kills on 16 swings.
Smart, because she had to reset on the first ball. She didn't try to do too much with it. The second one, the look is there, and she comes up big.
Hannah. It has not been her night. What a block that time by Reinhardt, wearing number 5 in blue. Penn State has both of their timeouts. Each team has 2 challenges.
You think these teams were prepared to defend the left side? I mean, Cameron, Hannah, and Nora Sis have had to work.
What communication by Merzick along with Grimes. That was a very tough serve. 2 points away. Katie Schumacher-Colley, Big Ten Coach of the Year. In her life battle, diagnosed with breast cancer in September, has already undergone several rounds of chemotherapy. Will have to undergo surgery after the first of the year. 1 point away. Izzy Stark serving for the regional title. To Hannah, no, out of the middle to Trammell. Two very, very classy programs. Teams, fans, magnificent season by Creighton. They'll finish at 32-3. And Penn State back to the national semifinals, as we've mentioned several times, and Jess Merzick, and the embrace and the respect for her former teammate, Maddie Vilanovic.
Paul, we said for Penn State to go to the national semifinals, Jess Merzick had to be good. She was better than good. She was great. That was veteran play on the part of Jess Merzick.
Merzick finished with 20 kills, 8 digs, 4 blocks, and just dropping dimes. I know that was off a block deflection, but just super in reception. Really, really stepped up. And Taylor Trammell with the final stroke. This is the first time since 2008 that all 4 #1 seeds have made it to the national semifinals. Penn State will play Nebraska. They won that, the only meeting here at Rec Hall late in the regular season.
And the last time that happened in 2008, Penn State was the national champion.
That was their second in a row.
That's
after
right.
having won in 2007. Tremendous congratulations to Creighton once again. Let's go down to Shelby Coppage.
Jess, your coach said she told you she wanted you more offensively involved. Finished with 20 kills. How was your offense so elite tonight?
I think it just starts from being so organized with our block defense. Like, our blocks struggled a little bit at the beginning, and they got great touches just along the stretch. And our littles in the backcourt make some insane plays. And holy crap, Izzy Stark. I mean, she's so good. She figures it out, and all credit to my team.
And the wrecking crew, they were so loud. Coach, this team has a lot of history, 7 national championships, but this group of their last year, the grads and the seniors, have not made it to a national semifinal. What are you most proud of from this match of them?
I mean, I've said it all year. I'm really proud of these seniors and what they've done and how they've led this group, and I'm so happy for them, this team, the program, Penn State, Coach Lori, all the alum, and you know, I'm just so proud to be a part of this.
Jess, a 5-setter. At what point did you know we will win this match?
I mean, the best part is they're a great team, and we knew that they were going to fight tooth and nail, and we knew it was going to be a battle, but we knew once we heard rec call, like, that was our time. And in the fifth set, we just kept saying to each other, like, I got you, let it rip. We've been here before. And when we had that kind of mindset, that's when we really started to play.
I know you're playing after college. What's one of the biggest lessons from Coach you will take into your career after this?
I think just move on faster. Like, volleyball is a game of errors, and it really is. And you just have to forget about it and trust yourself and trust your training and move on.
Coach, thank you for being so open this season about your life and everything in your team. 3 years here at Penn State, you've been a part of the national championship history. What emotions are you feeling after this match?
I'm just so happy. I'm so excited for these guys and for them to experience the Final Four. And we got 2 more matches.
Thank you both so much to celebrate.
Thank you.
Great job, Shelby, and congratulations to all of Penn State, Katie Schumacher-Colley. Finally, someone has led this team to the national championship semifinals other than Hall of Famer Russ Rose. And Jess Merzick, I've seen Merzick play probably 2/3 of all of her matches this year. This might have been the very best when her best was needed. She brought heavy heat.
And isn't she right? It's a game of errors. Over the course of the match, they hit 226, but in set 5, they hit 412.
Starting on Thursday will be the national semifinals starting at 6:30 Eastern time. The Pitt Panthers, 4th straight. Can they get into the championship match for their first time ever? Louisville was there in 2022. And can they do it again after they dispatched the Stanford Cardinal? And what a 5-set battle. The Creighton Blue Jays out of the Big East. What a quality team. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers, a victor earlier today over Wisconsin. The NCAA Volleyball National Semifinals once again coming up on December 19th, and the final ticket has been punched. First, it was Valeria Vasquez-Gomez and the Pitt Panthers, and then also out of the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, and then the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Where else at home but in Lincoln? And now, Penn State for the 14th time moving on to the national semifinals. For Shelby Coppage and Missy Whittemore and our entire crew, I'm Paul Sunderland. Good night, everybody.